What's up, guys? It's Lefty here, back with another video, and I'll be discussing NFL primetime games. We got the Sunday Night Football game to cover and the Monday Night Football game. I've already done a Week 7 full schedule breakdown. Every matchup I went through, I'll link that video in the top right-hand corner now. These videos are my thoughts and opinions that I think, after betting sports for going on 20-plus years now, matter. I'm not giving out any lock of the year plays here, although I do have a bet I really like that I'll explain in this video. But these videos are me just kind of going through my process of how I approach games and reading the market. So if you are looking for a 5-team parlay in this video, you aren't my demographic. I'm here to talk sports betting education and how it's really done. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not what you see now on social media with all these donkeys who know nothing about betting, charging money for their opinions on games, which, there's just so many of them right now. And that's actually what inspired this channel and what I do now, combating, all these jokers out there who are faking it. I can spot you a mile away. One sentence or, one post about betting, I can tell you're a fraud. But right now, with that public service announcement out the way, let's get right into it before I get too fired up. Pitt, Miami, Sunday Night Football. Both teams started the week with QB uncertainty, but the market priced this game as if Tua would be the starter right at the opener, and what do you know? They were right. Miami opened 7. And that's kind of where it's still at now, 7.5, a little bump once Tua was officially announced. But the total moving from 43.5 to 45.5 earlier in the week was also a strong indicator Tua would be the starter. The line always tells the truth. Now on Wednesday, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin said if Pickett clears concussion protocol in time, he will be the starter. Pickett did practice in full on Wednesday and cleared concussion protocol, so I'm assuming he's going to be the QB. But for me, it doesn't matter, Pickett or Mitch. I don't think makes much of a difference, at least not with the betting line anyway. Mitch looked pretty good when he came in and played last week versus Tampa Bay, but he should buy wide receiver Chase Claypool a watch or something, because some of those ridiculous catches he made from Mitch on some pretty big downs kept drives alive. The Steelers got bailed out last week big time with Tom Brady being hungover. I think Tampa Bay failed to score on like 4 different red zone drives. Now Miami, on the other hand, they've now trailed in the fourth quarter 3 of their last 5 games. They're coming off another loss, and I think that's 3 in a row for them. But this recent one to the Vikings, Miami absolutely dominated. 458 yards of total offense, I believe. They almost doubled Minnesota up in total yards. Time of possession, Miami dominated that, 36 minutes to 24 minutes. You just can't overcome turnovers in the NFL. It's what killed them. -3 in turnovers for Miami. The 10 penalties didn't help either. Now, when you see a team lose the turnover battle by 3 and then only lose the game by single digits, they did a lot of other things good, and that's pretty much what that means there. I actually upgraded Miami off this loss. Even though they lost, I upgraded them from, where is Miami? A 0 last week to just above league average at 0.25, better than league average. And a big reason for the Miami upgrade after a loss, which we know they lost, was in large part to do with turnovers, but turnovers have so much randomness and luck involved. They're impossible to predict. And also, it's unlikely Miami's going to have to overcome 10 penalties in a game. Miami, 0.25 points better than a league average team, according to my power ratings. And remember, that number doesn't account for any injuries or personnel changes or home field advantage even. It's strictly based on how teams have performed in various metrics that I think measure a team's true ability. But because they've only played 6 games this season, that's not really a huge sample size. So I do pull data from a few of last year's games, the last few games they played last year from the previous season, in order to kind of like beef up the sample size and get a more accurate number on who a team really is. So let's go ahead and calculate this together. I may, what I make for a number on this game. So we got Miami 0.25 points better than an average team, and I have the Steelers 4 points below a league average team. So that makes Miami minus 4.25 points better. But we have to factor in home field advantage, with which I give Miami 2 points for home field advantage. It would have been 1.5 points, but it's prime time, and my buddy Darian, he's going to the game, so it's likely to be a rowdy one. So Miami now goes to minus 6.25 points better. We don't know which Steelers quarterback's going to start yet, but Pickett or Mitch, I don't think deserves any really massive change. But we do have to give Miami a bump up with Tua being back as the starter, because remember, the last few games, their numbers reflect him not being the QB. So this is one of the toughest things to do to handicap in sports betting, and that's assigning a value to a player. I think now with Tua, I can comfortably make Miami around an 8-point favorite, and that could be on the low side. And that's pretty much right around where they are right now. I like Miami here to have success offensively. Even if they play half as good as they did against Minnesota versus the Steelers defense, Miami's going to put up some points. The Steelers aren't the same defense without Watt and with Minkah Fitzpatrick all banged up. Steelers tight end Pat Fairmouth and cornerback Levi Wallace, they both have cleared concussion protocol. And despite what Tomlin said early in the week about Pickett being the starter if he clears concussion protocol, which he did, I think Mitch should get the start. Why let Pickett, a rookie on prime time, coming off a concussion, start? But what do I know? I think Miami wins by double digits, to be honest. But I'm teasing Miami down through the key numbers of 7 and 3. And I'll have them at minus 1.5. The team I'm matching them up with is a team I'll talk about next on the Monday Night Football matchup, which we have the Chicago Bears, New England Patriots. Patriots around minus 8 with a 39.5. QB issues for teams in the, seems to be the theme this week with every team. I feel like each breakdown I've done this week on videos starts with, who the QB will be. At least one of the teams we know here, Justin Fields, will play, but he's dealing with shoulder injuries, and Mac Jones is questionable, but Zapp is serviceable. I actually don't mind Zapp, but we don't even know for sure who will start. Belichick won't say how Mac Jones looked at practice on Thursday or go into any detail about how Mac looks or feels. As a sports bettor, I find it very annoying, but as a Patriots fan, I love it. Give other teams nothing. Don't let them, know who to game plan for. Any edge you can kind of keep to yourself. Keep doing you, Bill. Monday night is a game that always gets heavily bet action. The odds makers know which side the public will be betting, and it's been all New England bets. Even without a QB name, the Patriots are receiving over 80% of bets right now on the spread. Odds makers are going to inflate the Patriots. Line will move up. Sharps will bet on the Bears simply because the number, or they just won't bet the game at all. And, that's how it works. Sharps bet on numbers, not teams. And they definitely don't force bets just to have a bet on a game because it's Monday Night Football. And I hope you guys understand that. You don't have to bet Monday Night Football. Just want to make sure you're aware of that. That teaser I did with Miami, I combined it with the Patriots, getting them down through those key numbers of 7 and 3, -2 at home, versus a young QB and a Patriot defense that's starting to look like we expected them to. Their defense allowed 100 points through the first 4 games. And then I believe it's been in the last 2 games versus Detroit and Cleveland, they've only allowed a combined 15 points. It was very unpatriot-like too to see them get 12 penalties as well. They should clean that up. But I upgraded the Patriots 2 full points. Last week I had them as 2 points below a league average team, and now I have them right at league average. So based on just that performance there, I know I have them as a league average team, but we got the Bears 4.5 points below a league average. So when we factor in home field advantage, my number is right in line with where the books have them listed at -8. But this is a big game for the Patriots, giving Bill Belichick extra time to prepare, being 3-3 team. But they have 4 games coming up against QBs that are just basically borderline starters in the NFL. And Belichick knows this, he's aware. It's now or never to make a move. And I think we see the Patriots win all 3 phases of the game in this one here versus Chicago. If you plan on teasing them like I did, you might want to do it sooner than later, because books will likely be forced to move to 9 as teaser blockers. Chris Sportsbook, which is widely considered one of the sharpest sportsbooks in the world, they moved New England to 9.5 on Thursday morning. That should tell you right there what they think about these Patriot teasers. So that is my primetime teaser, Miami and New England. Now, I do have a concern there, if there is one, and it is fading these early season road dogs. There's a trend there that's just continued to crush year after year. It's 60% this year already, 61% the last 4 years. But I have a total of 5 best bets placed so far that are posted in the Betting Network Discord community, which is 100% free. Like I said, I don't charge for anything. Everything I do is 100% free. I don't believe in cannibalizing other bettors. We work together, share information, break down games. The Discord is private, just to kind of keep out the riffraff at the moment. So if you want to join, you'll need an invite link from me or an existing member. My social media is in the bio. Reach out if you're looking for a sports betting educational Discord to join. And it's not no pick service where there's going to be a 50-unit max lock play of the day bullshit. These are real sports bettors, betting to try to win money and maybe have some fun while doing it. But that's going to do it for this one. Appreciate you guys watching, as always, till the end. And hope to see you on the next one. And until next time, good luck with all your bets. Hope you sweep the board tonight. And as always, may all the refs' calls and all the loose balls go your way.